right, dealers. I fire up a World War II tank worth £15 million. Tussle for rare Panzer I tank parts.
6,000 euros.
He likes a joke, old Dimitri.
Venture into secret Nazi underground factories.
I'll tell you, get the chill down the back of your neck. Where are they? What's the road?
And test whether Allied or German factories made the best war machines.
Oh, bloody hell! I nearly fell out.
In the battle of the off-roaders.
I'm Bruce Crompton.
What's happening to Minefield? I buy, fix up and sell old military kit.
Is this for sale?
€1 million.
Yeah? Get yourself a deal.
Poos is my right-hand man.
Let's get it done, eh?
He keeps an eye on the cash.
We've got to make a profit on it.
Ex-Para Freddy is my weapons expert.
Yes.
Brilliant! Twins Nick and Phil run the workshop. There ain't a military machine out there they can't fix.
There are worse jobs.
Yeah, that's what people keep saying.
Phil, Nick, here. I'm in the middle of my most expensive tank refurbishment ever. When this shell of a German World War II Panther tank arrived last year, it was already worth £1.5 million. In my 40 years of collecting and doing stuff up, this for me is the best thing I could ever dream of getting. Once it's ready, it'll be one of only 5 known working Panthers and will then be worth a stonking £14 million. An Australian museum has bought the Panther and is gagging to take delivery of it, but it's not quite finished.
It is all there.
I've already bought an authentic engine at huge cost.
80 grand, go on.
Lovely. OK.
But the engine needs a refurb, so I've sent it to a factory in the Czech Republic where many German war machines were made. The twins are fixing up the rest of the tank here in Blighty.
OK, so down to business.
And there's something else just as essential as the engine that needs finishing before I can ship the Panther.
What doesn't it have? It don't have track. It ain't going to move without track, right? See what you can do, because we need to get the track on now.
What, you want to use those?
I took a punt on this authentic Panther track a few years back, and it will save me a lot of money if I can use it, but it might be too far gone.
You got to do whatever you can do to make this right.
OK, we'll see what we can do.
When it comes to fine wine, a connoisseur has an expert nose. Well, I'm very much like that with tank parts. Which is why I've been invited down to Saumur in Western France for what I suspect will be another Mission Impossible.
I have to say, this has got to be a big moment for you, hasn't it?
Mate, I've got to be honest here, I've been trying to come here for years and get in with these people.
The legendary Musée de Blondet is run by the French Ministry of Defence and has the world's largest collection of armoured fighting vehicles.
I can't wait to see what they've got here and what they want us to help them with.
Better get in there then.
Come on in.
The museum is run by Lieutenant Colonel Pierre Garnier de La Barrière.
Bonjour.
Bonjour, Freddy.
First of all, thank you very much for seeing us.
He spends millions on exhibits, so meeting him is a fantastic business opportunity.
For many years, I've dreamed of this museum. So, could we look round? Yes?
Of course.
The museum has over 800 armoured vehicles,
Look at the round stuck in there.
dating back to the very first tank.
Oh, look at this thing.
This is over 100 years old.
Yeah, yeah.
One of the museum's star attractions is its King Tiger tank. 70 tonne of precision Nazi engineering. German factories built almost 500 of these beasts, but this is the only working one in the world. And it's worth a cool £15 million.
This thing runs, it drives. That is the real ultimate toy to have.
As well as their valuable King Tiger, the museum also has a world-famous collection of German Panzer tanks.
You have all the Panzers?
No, we're looking for Panzer I. This is the place
For the
it.
Panzer one. Ah, OK, so this is what you would like me to help you with, yes?
He's got to be kidding. The Panzer I, the original Panzer. Only 13 survive, all in museums. It's so rare. I can't rustle up a whole tank, but at least I can begin gathering up authentic Panzer I parts.
Panzer I items can be very hard to find, but I can start to locate things for you. That could be possible if that's of interest, yeah?
Thank you very much.
Thank you. All right, lovely. Okay. I can't promise, but now I have a mission.
German factories took just days to build a Panzer I, but it's going to take me several years of painstaking picking. And as a down payment, the Lieutenant Colonel has a treat for me. Firing up the world's only running King Tiger.
Listen to that thing. What a driver. That's incredible.
Listen to the fearsome roar of the 23-litre engine.
Thank you for letting us see this fantastic museum.
You're welcome
Lovely.
all the time.
We'll be in touch. Au revoir.
Au revoir. Merci.
Time to start finding Panzer I parts sharpish. My search begins with Hus in Prague, capital of the old Czechoslovakia, because during the war, Czech factories produced lots of vehicles and components for Germany. While here, I can also check on my Panther engine. But after a long day's travel, it's time for a spot of R&R.
Now, this is going to be an education for you.
Right.
Look where you are.
That's lovely.
Just oozes history. That castle up there on the hill, that was the German headquarters. Now, the Czechs were occupied here till the end of the war.
1938's infamous Munich Agreement hands Germany a chunk of Czechoslovakia. Soon, they take it all.
Czechoslovakia had the biggest armament factories in Europe. They had the best equipment, the best manufacturing plants, and Hitler wanted to get his hands on it. So he ended up taking the whole of the armament industries.
Czech firms like Skoda and Tatra were forced to mass-produce German war machines. But German tanks weren't just made here. In 1945, at least 2 panzer armies defended Prague, so lots were also destroyed here, which should mean rich pickings.
So, who are we seeing, Bruce?
Right, we're going to see this guy Thomas, because he's saying he's got parts for Panzer I, which would be great for the Colonel at Saumur. This is it. Yeah, all this stuff here already. 251, 8-ton bits.
Thomas is one of the new generation of enthusiasts and dealers. His English isn't up to much, but luckily I speak it like a native.
Thomas? Thomas, I'm Bruce. Pleased to meet you. This is Hus.
How are you, Thomas?
This is your workshop then, yeah?
Yeah.
Can we have a look round?
Yeah.
Yeah? Some nice stuff in there. Oh, hang on, Hus, look at this. Oh, this is for testing batteries,
Yes,
yeah?
yes.
For vehicles. I mean, they're really, really nice. I had one of these a long time ago and let it go, and I wish I hadn't. That's awesome. You have Panzer I pieces, maybe for sale?
Yes, sir. Come.
Ah, look at that, Hus. Do you know what it is? It's a fender. It goes on the side of the tank, and these are all the fittings, obviously for the tools. That's probably for a pick and a jack or something like that.
The original Panzer I was a light infantry support tank, armed with 2 machine guns. its 59 horsepower engine produced a respectable top speed of 31 miles per hour.
So would this be a good bit for the Samir Museum?
Yes, I think it would.
This looks like rusty scrap, but I bet he'll want a fortune for it.
What would be the price of this?
2,000.
2,000 euros?
Yeah.
Let me sit down. 2,000? That's too much, honestly.
1,800.
Remember, this is a chunk of Panzer I tank, the rarest of the rare. That's why a bit of mudguard can cost the earth.
1,500, I'll take it now and I'll pay you now. It's a good price, a very good price.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Lovely.
What a cracking start for Panzer I parts. The Lieutenant Colonel will be over the moon.
Ah, Oos, grab this.
Radio.
Yeah, but it's not just a normal radio. It's a radio that goes in all armoured vehicles, tanks. And you've got to remember, the German radio equipment was far superior.
This Fußbrecht F radio is precision engineered. It's the sort of engineering the Germans are famed for, but it makes equipment expensive and hard to replace. Unsurprisingly, state control of Germany's armament industry proved disastrous. Cost soared and productivity was poor.
What would be the price of that?
Nice price, 1,400.
That's a nice price for you, but I'll tell you, honestly, I'd give you 700.
900.
900 euros. All right, 900, thank you. We're doing well.
They use radios like this in Panzer Is, so it can also go on the French Museum's pile.
I only want original parts. Plenty of engine parts here. Gearbox parts here. That's nice.
Here, Bruce.
Yeah.
Right, there's a picture of skis.
Who is it?
I don't know.
Show me.
Look.
Do you know who that is?
What?
That's Reinhard Heydrich, the Butcher of Prague. Phenomenally intelligent, but an absolute brute.
To keep the unfortunate Czechs hard at work, Hitler put in charge a monster called Reinhard Heydrich, who led the conference that set out the detailed plans for the Holocaust. The Czechs called him the Butcher of Prague after he signed 92 death warrants on only his third day in office.
This was the man that set up the Holocaust.
Evil person.
In May 1942, the Czech government in exile ordered Operation Anthropoid, the assassination of Heydrich, carried out by Czech commandos. Plan A, shoot this nasty piece of work while he's riding around in his open-top limousine. But their Sten gun jams, so Plan B, chuck a bomb instead, which leaves Heydrich mortally wounded.
What does that say?
This is Reinhard Heydrich dies at a deadly attack.
And what is the date there?
Friday, 5 June 1942.
What would be the price?
15.
15. Thank you. Okay. I'm happy with that.
It's not for the Panzer I, but this original broadsheet carries news of a fascinating piece of history.
Many thanks.
Tom, thanks, mate. Keep your touch, yeah?
Let's hit the road, come on.
That's a more than useful first pick. Some for the Lieutenant Colonel and some for me. Now to check up on the engine of my £14 million Panther tank.
We got still one little big problem.
Oh, I don't know what to do.
Is he really serious about using this track? Is he really serious about using this track?
Well, it's all a bit busted up.
This rusty old tank track is beyond repair, so we need to have it recreated for Bruce's £14 million Panther tank.
For that, we need one good section of track to make the mould from which replicas can be cast.
Look how badly that's worn. That should have chevrons on it for grip.
Yeah. I don't think it's worth even trying.
There isn't a single undamaged section, so the plan is to find the best one and refurbish it.
Finding the best section is one thing, getting it off is another.
No, these are all solid.
The track's been joined together for 70 years. so freeing up a link will take some persuasion.
All one big lump. We'll burn this collar off here.
Yeah.
The track links are held together by pins. To get one out, we'll need 3,000 degrees of metal melting heat.
Are you going to take the end right off?
Yeah, I'll burn it right off.
What do you reckon? That's not a bad one. I mean, it's worn down, but we could build the chevrons back up again, couldn't we?
I'm with Hus in the Czech Republic, where factories were forced to produce large quantities of Nazi tanks and vehicles. I'm hunting rare Panzer I parts for a French tank museum, and I'm also hoping to collect my own reconstructed German Panther tank engine.
Bruce, where the hell are you taking us now?
We're here to see Pavel and Konstantin, who've got our engine.
Last year, I spent 80 grand on an original engine for my Panther and sent it here to be rebuilt. Czechs were brilliant engineers before the Nazis invaded and still retain a lot of the old know-how.
They've got heritage and experience going right back to the war. Now, Pavel, his father, was actually taught to work on Maybach engines, and so he's passed down his knowledge through the generations. Very, very interesting history here.
Pavel and his mate Konstantin even have a workshop in a factory once commandeered by the Nazis.
Pavel? Here they are.
Hello.
Morning, Konstantin. Hello. Pavel, nice to see you.
How are you, mate? This factory is massive. What was it before?
There was a war production.
This was under German control, yeah?
Yes.
The Nazis are rightly known for killing millions in their extermination camps. But from 1942, Hitler's architect turned armament minister, Albert Speer, killed millions more by working them to death in factories and mines. And Pavel and Konstantin have found evidence that this very factory was operated using forced labour.
This is a list of Ostarbeiters we found here behind the wall in the factory. Yeah.
Ostarbeiter means workers from the east, actually.
It's like a register with all names.
Yeah. The youngest person was 15 years old.
Blooming hell.
Germany lost around 60,000 men a month fighting Russia on the Eastern Front. To replace them, German factory workers were conscripted into the military. And to replace them, the Nazis turned the populations of its occupied territories into forced labourers. By 1944, there were almost 8 million slaves churning out Nazi tanks, guns, rockets and the rest.
This is our real history of factory. It's maybe much important than money.
Blooming hell.
This chilling historical document is a disturbing reminder of what took place here.
So where's the piece de resistance?
Oh, I don't know yet. Let's have a look.
Time for the big reveal. Let's see what the boys have done with my beloved Panther tank engine.
Oh! Oh!
Wow.
Look at that.
Mate, look at that. Bruce, that just looks fantastic, mate.
Mate, Pavel, you've exceeded my expectations. I mean, I wouldn't think it's the same engine. This is better than when it was made.
When I bought this 7-year-old engine, it was looking its age. But now it looks factory new. But according to the boys, when they stripped the engine down, they found something truly fascinating.
We found there a very, very interesting thing. Here you can see the original inlet walls from the engine, and this is the sabotage who somebody did on the grinder.
No way!
Slave labourers did their best to sabotage the things they were forced to build.
This would crack and it would be completely broken, the engine.
So the Czech people working in these factories had a fantastic opportunity to still carry on the resistance. That is clever, isn't it?
Yes.
These brave saboteurs risked their own lives and the lives of others because when discovered, the Nazis were merciless.
They found one of those sabotages in a Daimler factory and 200 people got shot.
Whoa!
This is a work of real hero.
Yeah.
A prayer of thanks and respect to whoever performed this act of sabotage, and a sigh of relief that we found it in time to save my Panther engine.
We got still one little big problem.
One little big problem, yeah?
Which is the big problem?
Oh, come to see.
Big or little big? I don't like the sound of this.
This part is no good because we found under surface cracks.
We can't give any guarantee on that part.
A camshaft opens the valves that let the air and fuel in and the exhaust out of the engine. This dodgy camshaft mount could knacker the engine and leave me up to Swanee.
So can we have a new one made?
Problem is that we have to wait for casting, and casting company says 2 months.
2 months.
I can't afford any hold-ups. The Australian Tank Museum want the Panther ASAP, and there's millions tied up in the deal.
Oh, I don't know what to do. What can we do?
I found a man, and he will maybe help you.
You think he maybe have a spare?
Let's see what he has.
You just arrange it, we'll
Okay.
be there.
We'll just build these up, shape them up.
They want track, definitely. I've not been able to source nothing like this at all. What would be the price?
6,000 euros.
Should we just check, see if this has got chevrons and everything on it?
We're turning a single link of original Panther tank track into a template from which 172 replicas will be cast for Bruce's Panther tank refurb.
Really good, aren't they?
They will, won't they?
The link should have raised metal chevron to give it traction on muddy ground.
But after 70 years, the chevrons are worn down, so we need to reconstruct them.
We'll just build these up with a bit of weld and shape them up. Yeah.
Nick layers molten welding wire to construct the new chevrons. An angle grinder quickly smartens them up.
Well, oh, that looks good. What do you reckon? Yeah, that's fine.
All right, well, I'll just clean all the rust off this and it'll be all ready to go. Just a bit of sandblasting and Bob's your uncle.
There you go. Oh, that's really good. These have come up really well.
Like a real one,
Yeah, it's just like a real thing. Awesome.
If this works, we'll end up with 172 bits of tank track. If it doesn't,
We're stuffed.
I'm back on mission in the Czech Republic. One of the world's best tank museums wants super rare Panzer I tank parts.
So we're off to, mate.
Right, we're going to see Dimitri. You know Dimitri.
Yeah.
Dimitri is to rare tank parts what Imelda Marcos was to shoes. He can't get enough of them.
Ed said he's got some Panzer I stuff. I don't know what it is, but no doubt there'll be other stuff there that we can have off of him. Come up here, we'll find it.
Dimitri's Russian, but he keeps a warehouse in Prague because he finds so much stuff here.
Dimitri, my friend.
How the devil are you? All right?
Yeah.
Good, good. Nice to see you again, mate. Good, good. Who's your member?
How you doing, mate? You all right? Hi.
Listen, Dimitri, what's happened here? Obviously, Samur are very, very keen to acquire any Panzer I parts. You know, Panzer Is are really rare.
Panzer I is the most rare tank ever.
The Panzer I was the Third Reich's first mass-produced tank, but it was never heavily armoured, so it was easily destroyed, which is why only a handful survived.
Can we look inside, Dimitri? Yeah.
Oh, you got another turret?
Yeah, Panzer IV.
Where did that one come from?
Moscow region.
So this would have been one of the tanks that got close to Moscow in 1941.
Exactly.
I'm loving the tank turret, but it's Panzer IV, not Panzer I. Close, but no cigar.
What's that?
Oh, it's a magical map.
How does that work?
It's Autobahn card, original from
Oh, it shows you
war
all
period.
the autobahns.
Yes,
right?
yes,
Look,
yes.
Look. There's Munich.
München.
And you've got to remember that the autobahns were a phenomenal feat of engineering prior to the Second World War that Hitler was hailed for. Hitler boasted of building 4,000 miles of autobahns, but ordinary Germans were so poor they couldn't afford a car, so the Führer's roads were empty. Despite all the talk of the VW Beetle being the people's car, not one was ever handed over to a paying customer. The cars were all used by Nazi officials. Would this be for sale, Dimitri? €100?
Take it.
Yeah? Thank you.
Thank you.
No sat-nav in a Panzer, so this over-engineered army map may well have been used by a Panzer I crew. So that's yet another piece for the French Museum. If you know how to read them, tank parts tell their own story.
Dimitri,
Yes, sir.
is this a Tiger One steel wheel?
Exactly.
Yeah, Roos, look at this. This is a classic example of, towards the end of the war, they started running out of rubber. So they developed the steel wheel, didn't they?
Yes,
What was the reason why?
because of 2 orphan visits of Royal Air Force. Factories were destroyed.
They were running short of everything.
The British and American navies dominated the oceans, so German factories were starved of important raw materials, including rubber, vital for 101 things, like tyres, U-boat door seals and tank wheel rims. So Germany started producing synthetic rubber, but the Allies kept bombing its factories. So tank wheels like this one were produced with far less effective steel rims.
Come on, Dimitri, what's your best price? 2,000?
Oh, you're killing me. 2,000 is not worth.
It's not worth 2,000.
No.
1,500 then. That is, for a friend price, 2,000.
If you say so, yes. Bruce, I don't want to argue with you.
This tank wheel perfectly illustrates just one of the problems of Nazi war production. So it's one for my pile. But Dimitri does have original Panzer I parts.
Yeah, I have prepared some tracks
Right,
of
well,
it.
they want track, definitely. This is impressive for me because I've not been able to source nothing like this at all.
This is just what I'm after. These broken sections of rusty old Panzer I track might look a sorry sight, but they're perfect for the tank museum. And Dimitri knows it.
The important thing is, what would be the price of these?
6,000 euros.
No way!
He likes a joke, old Dimitri, doesn't he? He likes a joke. I'm thinking like 2,000 euros. 2,000 euros. That's a great price. It's coming, I'm saying 2, you're saying 6, we're a long way away, but...
Let me ask who's.
What do you reckon? 3.5?
No! Hoos is supposed to be my super cautious money man. I'm trying to get a bargain here.
3,000, come on. Come on.
4.5. 4.5, and who's drinks 1 bottle of vodka fruit.
4,000 he drinks, done.
Well, whole bottle.
Yeah, hold up.
Done.
I know what the Russians are like with their vodka. I'm definitely not drinking, full stop.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. Oh, God, that's disgusting. One more and we're done. That is disgusting.
Hoos has impeccable manners. He knows it's impolite to refuse a Russian host. Sadly, this means he'll be singing terrible Turkish songs all the way back to the hotel. But it's worth it because the Panzer I now has some track. Let's hope that back in Blighty, the Panther does too.
We sent the rebuilt tank track link off to be replicated, And today, Johnny Dennett from the foundry is delivering 2 prototypes for inspection.
The technology you've used to make these now, would that have been very similar to during the war when they were making the track links?
The actual casting would have been done exactly the same.
During the war, track links were cast by pouring molten metal into sand moulds, just like this one.
To get to the links, we need to remove the sand.
Oh, go on, go for it. They would have had guys doing this in the factory, wouldn't they? So...
Yeah, it wouldn't have been a pleasant job all day, every day, that's for sure. Actually really heavy. There we go.
Brilliant, absolutely amazing.
I think I'll leave you to clean it up.
At 24 kilos per link, Panther Track weighs 4 metric tons. In German war factories, tank tracks were made from Ni-Resist, a super tough iron nickel alloy, still in use today.
So as far as the actual metal goes, is that as accurate as you can get as to the originals?
Yes, it is. We took an original one and we've had it analysed. Right. And we're confident that it is as close to the original material as we can get it these days.
The links look right, but we can only give the green light for the next 170 to be made if they fit together properly.
Right, moment of truth then. Yeah. There we go. Perfect. No, that's really good.
Bruce will be over the moon.
Mate, this place is eerie, mate.
We've come to the site of a notorious underground German war factory.
It says we're nearly there. Here they are.
I'm here to meet Constantine and a mate of his who might have the missing part for my Panther engine. Morning.
Good morning.
How are you? All right. Nice to see you again.
This is Roman.
Right.
He is an expert here on the underground factories.
Right.
And he has a lot of parts and material he found, so he's investigating 30 years.
By dropping over 1 million tons of bombs on them, the Allies devastated German war factories. So the Nazis shifted their war production into secret underground tunnels. Roman excavates and collects parts from them. And in one, he's found the camshaft mount my engine needs.
That's never been machined, look. Yeah. It's come straight out of the casting. Is there any chance that we could use these?
We can. Just needs to be machined and refined, but it perfectly fits.
Is there any chance this gentleman would let us buy these?
Upravit, ale to możemy pożywać.
A czy to wiemy?
We should take it.
He's given them to me.
Yes.
That is brilliant.
Yeah. Thank you very, very much.
Thank you.
Gratis! What an absolute gent! Roman found the part in Richard I underground factory, which is also mapped.
How big was this complex?
Podziemie zhruba 35 km dzielka.
35 kilometers.
That's massive. Is it possible to visit this place?
Yes, it is. No, it's very unsafe. It's another system, it's called Rabstein.
Yes.
So we could have a look to that.
That would be great. I'd love to see them.
Many German underground factories got built near concentration camps because inmates not only dug the tunnels, they also got worked to death on the production lines. And I'm keen to see inside one of these hellholes.
Whoa. Feel the drop in temperature here straight away. So this was for the manufacture of aircraft parts?
Airplane wings and other parts.
Can we go in?
Can we go inside? This is eerie, mate.
All connected.
The cruelty and suffering that took place here is hard to comprehend.
These places were administered by the SS, okay? There was no nicety given by the guards here. These people were slave labour.
So could you imagine, low on food, God knows how you're being treated. Unbelievable, mate. Feels like you've just walked back in time.
This is where you can see the drill marks where they would drill into it. So this has been left exactly how it was when they stopped working here in 1945.
I wonder how many people they actually had working down here.
Thousands, mate. These complexes are just huge.
What a sinister but poignant way to end our Czech Panzer pick.
You know those things are death traps. They were always tipping over.
Watch the road! Watch the road! All right, Phil, Nick, Freddie, all right?
All right, he's back.
What are these?
New tracks.
Panther.
Right.
We gave them that one we repaired, and they've copied them, made an absolutely first-class job. They're all pressure tested, perfect, ready to bolt straight on.
These tracks look brilliant. I'm actually amazed. The Panther could soon be ready to ship to Oz after all.
That's like perfect German engineering. No wonder their stuff was far better than the Allies.
Oh, yeah.
Well, hang on a minute. That can't be true. All right, the Germans had better engineering, but it made everything so complicated and less reliable. American vehicles are far better. Prime example, the most iconic one, the Jeep.
Well, then you got the Kugelwagen.
That was just a car converted to go off-road.
Right, well, let's have a look then. You get the old Jeep out, we'll get the Kugel out, and we'll have a comparison then, yeah?
Well, yeah, game on.
This ain't just a race, it's an important history lesson. You have brilliant but expensive German engineering against cheap American mass production. It's the Nazi runaround Kugelwagen versus Uncle Sam's iconic Willys Jeep. First test, speed. Whose factory built the fastest off-roader?
What I'm going to do is get you to go in the Kugel there, up to the cones, turn around, come back, and you go up this track to the cone, turn around, come back. The first one back here is the winner. But I think this might have the edge because it's lighter.
Designed in 1938 by Ferdinand Porsche, who also designed the VW Beetle. The Kugelwagen was the German Army's version of the Jeep. It's a clever design. High ground clearance and a flat underside allows it to virtually slide over mud, snow and sand. But the engine is just 23 horsepower.
We've got twice the engine capacity and 3 times the horsepower in this.
You know those things are death traps. They were always tipping over, and a lot of people were killed in those things.
If we survive the course, it's going to win.
For the benefit of this race, your hair flick and your hair America.
My son Lewis has come along to help me prove that Allied factories made better stuff.
Ready? Go! Go, go, go!
Oh, they're really motoring. Come on.
Right, where are they? No, you watch the road, watch the road.
Not too bumpy.
Factory fresh, the Kugelwagen's top speed was 50 miles per hour and the Jeep's 65.
Oh, bloody hell! Oh, God! The suspension's pretty rubbish, isn't it? Quick, one!
Go for it, go for it. Go, 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 go.
Go, go! Right, try not to hit that big, massive hole again. Nearly fell out.
On the way back now, quick, go. Go, 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 go.
Oh, it's so close!
Going as fast as I can.
We're winning! Over there, come on! Yes! Woohoo! Hey! What time do you call this? Oh, let me down. I thought I was going to win by a mile. We nearly died on the way, but... Yes! As far as I'm concerned, on the speed race, the Jeep's had it.
That's 1-0 to the Jeep that wins comfortably on speed. But in a war fought over difficult country, speed ain't everything. Did Ferdinand Porsche give the Kugel the kind of handling you'd expect of a Porsche?
Now, this is the obstacle course. Bumps, mounds, sharp turns, and finish at that post. And then I will stop the timer. But I believe that the Kugelwagen might have the edge over the Jeep going round this course, all right? Don't let me down this time, all right?
This'll breeze it, no problem.
Hey, bring it on.
German soldiers loved the Kugelwagen's excellent torsion bar suspension because it was easy on their backsides.
Never mind a comfortable ride, there's a war to win here.
It's a lot bumpier than it looked, buddy. I'm falling out. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Was that a 2-point turn to go round a bend? Not good.
Round, 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 round. Hands a bit tired on.
We got this. Hey. Okay.
How was that?
I ain't telling you. Wait for them to go.
But is the German Kugelwagen better engineered to tackle a twisty assault course?
Right, you ready?
There we go. There we go.
It's got a better turning circle than ours.
Let's be honest, Freddie, that ain't saying much.
Oh, this is big.
I don't know. You're gonna get. Oh, he did it. Ooh. Ooh. Right, both out the car. Right, scores on the doors. All I will say is, you done really well. 56 seconds.
Awesome.
Awesome, yeah. Unfortunately, they did it in 54.
Yeah.
No way, that's not true.
Listen, mate, that's a cracking little vehicle.
The Jeep has more speed, but thanks to precision engineering, the Kugelwagen copes better with bumps and bends.
Well, I've heard that after the war, people were trying to swap 2 Jeeps for 1 Kubel because it's a much more comfortable ride.
It is, but what would you pick?
The Jeeps put a massive smile on my face, so I'll stick with that.
Phil?
I like the Kubel. It's much more civilised.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Nick?
This morning I would have said the Jeep, but now I'd say the Kubel.
Me, I'd pick both, obviously. But in war, quantity matters as much as quality. And Nazi factories only produced 50,000 Kugelwagens against a staggering 600,000 American Jeeps. But when it came to planes, tanks, ships, bullets, food, even off-roaders, this was a war of mass production. Germany wasn't just outfought, it was massively outproduced by the British and in particular the Americans. High-quality German design simply wasn't enough.
Listen, the most important thing I've worked out that you will have to buy 10 beers.
We better get going then.
Right, let's go then. All right, well done, chap.
Well done, fellas. It's been a great day.
It's a good day, yeah. Cheers.
Go!
What a time I've had. Hearing a tiger roar.
That's incredible.
Witnessing the bravery of factory saboteurs.
This is a work of real hero.
Getting one step closer to the deal of a lifetime.
Oh, look at that.
And proving Freddie's no World War II GI.
We nearly died on the way, but yes. Well, this is eerie, mate, isn't it? Oh, God.
Oh, love it.
Go, come on!